Okay, well, I'm a writer, and I wanted to make a discussion for everyone to kind of listen to and maybe add their thoughts as well. The name of it is The Sea Levels Us All. The sea is a great leveler of people. Just as life itself can teach us lessons, so can living on the water. Just as the sea is a leveler, it also creates humility between anyone who understands what they are up against. For example, there can be two boats anchored out in one harbor. One boat is a huge mega yacht with all the bells and whistles, and the other, a small 20-foot sailboat with what he needs to get by. The important thing to remember about the rules of the sea is that they apply to every person, regardless of money. Both sailors have to worry about their anchor dragging in a storm, about corrosion on important places aboard, and having enough to eat during passages. The boating community is a great community of people. Most boaters are willing to meet each other, talk to their neighbor, and help out whenever something is needed. Whenever a boat needs docked, if a neighbor is nearby, he or she is usually standing, waiting to catch a line. I forgot my flip-flops on Norna one day and was late for work. Rowing back to the boat against the wind and current would take almost an hour. A fellow boater lent me her shoes off her feet. I cannot seem to say this about those on land. This isn't everyone, obviously, but many people can agree at the many that are like this. It seems that many people on shore have completely forgotten that we all live on the same planet. We all eat, poop, and breathe. Just the other day, I was watching a homeless man at a stop sign and stopped for a little longer than I should have to give change. I got cussed out by the neighbor car for sitting at the sign too long. Have we forgotten about each other? Why must we go so fast? Even the homeless man eats, regardless if he buys booze. The neighbor car may have been in a rush somewhere, but all she needed to do was tell me she was going to take my turn to go, instead of rudely honking, rolling down her window, and calling me a. This brings up an important topic. Why are so many people not kind to their neighbor? This lady at the stop sign is driving the exact same way as I am. She is moving a machine around with a chair attached, so that she can go fast to places she wants to without having to walk. I am her neighbor. She only needs to roll down her window and tell me her intentions. Boaters are conscientious of their pollution, and we are forced to contain our waste in a proper manner. We do not discharge our waste until offshore several miles away. We may also have composting toilets. We, as boaters, are blamed for the pollution of waters. We are checked for proper equipment and regulated for waste discharge. We are scrutinized to certain areas to dump our waste. And I'm fine with this. I don't want to pollute. I want to be earth-friendly and live off the energy of solar and wind. I cannot say the same for the land. I look around when a rainstorm comes, and I see the runoff billowing out into the same waters I live on. The oil floats on the surface, and that plastic bottle blew from the sidewalk just a walk away. I can make my own guess as to where this pollution is coming from. Maybe it is not necessarily the boaters and their small amount of waste that is the only problem. For those who understand what I've written, I hope that it gives insight to what we as boaters have learned to understand. We are just like everyone else and choose this lifestyle because we want to learn how to be self-sufficient. We want to set an example for many people to show them that it is possible to control pollution, make more friends, and of course practice our humility. In the end, what we have is our earth and each other. We cannot let money control who we are. Just as the boaters who live on the water, we are all doing the same thing. Being on the sea is a level playing ground, and no one can buy it. no one can buy the sea.